But we begin with an alarming story from the East Coast of the United States. For nearly a month, since November the 18th, that's over 3 weeks, night after night after night, residents in part of the great state of New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, they have looked into the sky at night. They have observed something very, very unusual. Dozens of large, unidentified objects the size of a bus, as loud as a Harley, flying extremely low, and have been spotted and filmed across multiple locations. 49 sightings this past Sunday alone. Now, some look like drones with FAA-mandated red and green lights hovering above neighborhoods. Others look like something from, out of this world, with claims from even elected officials that they emerged from the ocean. One New Jersey police chief said that these objects have been reported above key pieces of infrastructure like water reservoirs, electric transmission lines, rail stations, police departments, military installations. And according to CBS News, the police chief added that their presence appears nefarious in nature. Congressman Chris Smith, he said that more than a dozen of these possible drones stalked a U.S. Coast Guard vessel in the Atlantic Ocean, with another 50 spotted above Island Beach State Park in New Jersey. Now, similar flying objects, they were even seen above Trump's Bedminster golf course, and in Brooklyn, another dozen drones. They were witnessed near the Verrazano Narrow Bridge, and the FAA just issued a flight restrictions for multiple areas where these flying vessels were spotted. New Jersey lawmakers, they are calling for a state of emergency. Of course, anxiety is running high, and rightfully so. There are random objects the size of a bus that sound like a Harley hovering all over, the state of New Jersey, people's homes, even the president-elect's golf club and other important installations. But let me be clear. This is not a story about aliens. This is not an extraterrestrial segment. Instead, this is a serious, alarming, potential national security threat that your government does not seem to care about at all or feel the need to explain in any way, and that fails to get to the bottom of this. The same people that tried to hide China's spy balloon, we learned about that later. Well, it's probably from China, but let's not say anything and hope nobody notices. They let it fly all over the U.S., above key U.S. nuclear sites and military bases. They're now doing nothing, absolutely nothing. You can't make it up. About the hundreds of low-flying objects lighting up the sky in the Northeast night after night after night. So, I don't know. Are we under attack or about to be? Are we being spied on by a foreign adversary? Is this a secret U.S. program? Is somebody collecting your personal data? Is it a dry run for a future attack? Who's controlling these objects? And we have no idea. And maybe in the end, let me be very clear, maybe in the end this turns out to be nothing. I actually hope that's true. But the fact that your government doesn't know and hasn't known now for weeks is chilling. The apparent message from Joe Biden and Kamala and Mayorkas, even our own military, close your eyes and pretend like it's not happening. Well, that's not going to secure our country. And like a good Democratic stooge, New Jersey's idiotic governor, and he's an idiot, Phil Murphy, he seems happy to let it all play out despite all of the glaring concerns, and him acknowledging it's scary, but nothing to be alarmed about. Take a look.
These are apparently very, as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. We're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure. So we've got military assets, we've got utility assets, we've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously.
Yeah, but no reason for anybody to be really concerned. While Phil Murphy does nothing, other elected officials, they are demanding answers. The Biden administration, they are pretty short on details. You decide.
That was an amateur hour presentation where they told us nothing. When I got here today, I was concerned about what I could tell my constituents to ease their concerns. Now, I'm legitimately concerned. The colonel of state police told us that he had one of his helicopters hovering above one of these drones, but felt unsafe for the pilots, so he let the drone go and had them come land. We are not, the state police, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, they are not doing what they need to do to figure out what the issue is. Their answer to us was they don't have any answers, and they're not sure what's going on.
Since November the 18th. Can't make it up. Now, New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew, he speculated these drones are from the #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran, and do pose a very serious threat to our homeland. This is what he said.
From very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly.
Now, today, the Department of Defense, they denied Van Drew's allegations, but they wouldn't share any details. The DOD says they are aware of the drones, and that's pretty much it. That's it? End of story? We also have a few details, few details or answers from anyone at the FBI, the DHS, the Biden-Harris White House, or any other so-called public servant or national security official. Apparently, under Biden, they don't really feel they need to answer you. They probably don't even know, which makes it even worse. Under Biden, this is not a government by the people, for the people, of the people. It's a shady cabal of all-powerful, unelected bureaucrats that don't really seem to give a damn if you are concerned or worried, and they're the ones that should be on top of this. Americans, we're entitled to answers. If you have something the size of a bus flying all over the skies of our country, I think we need to know about that. If they're flying over your homes, your businesses, I think we need to know. We deserve the answer. It shouldn't take this long. They're supposed to work for us. Thankfully, 40 days. Well, a long national nightmare will be over. The games will stop. There will be a reckoning. And by the way, if this is Iran, if this is an adversary, if this is China, if it is, there will be hell to pay. That I can pretty much promise. I haven't talked to Donald Trump, just a good guess. And the left in their Orwellian style of government will be driven out of town. We'll have a lot more coming up. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.